Hey, welcome to our family. This week, we've spent a lot of time with family, lots of family. First, with Erica's sister and her family, and then also with my parents and my sister and family and kids and all the other fun stuff, cousins and whatnot. Welcome. So, as Erica's sister and her family have been out and about on their vacation, both up north, but also out in a camper, a motorhome, we've used their house. So we've kind of been house sitting. And the girls, they think it's fun house sitting, yet their cousins aren't there, so they kind of miss their cousins. Now, the last couple of days before we left that area, they came back. So we greeted them at their house when they came back from their vacation. It's actually really fun to be house sitting for somebody when they come home, because it's like me opening the door and saying welcome home to their house, which is kind of funny. Anyhow, we did that. And when they got back, we spent about 2 or 3 days with Erica's sister and her family. So my sister-in-law and family, I guess. And had lots of fun. The girls really enjoy hanging out with their aunt and uncle and also their cousins. So fun times for all. Erica's sister took the opportunity and took the 3 girls and then one of her boys off in the what are those things called? The little bicycles with the 4-seater child carrier bicycle things. Babboe, something like that. Anyhow, they had one of those. She grabbed the kids, and as Erica and I were packing all our stuff, she took them out to actually, they ate ice cream. So they went for an ice cream bike ride and to the park, I think, as well. I gave them the GoPro Max and said, have fun. We'll kind of got to see afterwards what they had been doing. So they had a lot of fun, though. So after packing all of our stuff together a couple of times and jamming it into a car, we've gotten kind of good at this. And we're strangely, weirdly proud of how quickly we can shut down a house or an apartment or whatever we're living in. It takes us about a day to pack everything, clean the entire place, shuffle everything back to the way it was before we enter the house, and pack the car and head out. And keep in mind, this is all the stuff we own, so we can pretty much, at any given point, give us 24-hour notice, and we can move the entire family and everything we own. We really couldn't do that when we were living in our old house. That took months to clean out. So it's refreshing to have so little stuff, so few things, and it's fun to it's a different feeling to not have all this stuff to take care of. Frees up a lot of time too. Now, this time was a little special since we were staying with family. We didn't have to shut down an entire house. We cleaned up a little bit, of course, of our mess, and then packed the car. So it's a lot faster when you're just packing the car and you're like you don't have to clean the fridge out because we left food for Erica's sister and her family. So like I said, we've gotten good at packing stuff, and one of the things I promised myself, or actually that we decided, Erica and I decided when we sold everything we owned, was that the few things we have, we want them to be of good quality, and that like our few things, our stuff, is not what's going to break and cause us headache all around the world. So even though we've always been really good at buying secondhand, buying used stuff for the house when we lived there, and we sold everything as well. So we probably didn't lose too much money on stuff. That's good. But we've always tried to do that. Now instead, it feels like I'm splurging when we buy stuff, but it's just there's so few things that we're buying that we can actually buy higher quality stuff. And no, we're not sponsored by Thule, although Thule Sweden is a Swedish company, and they make really awesome gear, a lot of gear actually. So we bought the Thule roof rack and the Thule what's it called, a roof box, whatever the thing is. And then I actually went ahead and bought 5 bags from them that fit perfectly into this roof box or roof bag. Yeah, they're a little bit pricier than what I'm used to purchasing. However, quality wise, and that they fit perfectly up there in the roof box is awesome, right? That's pretty cool. And the stuff works. I like stuff when it works. I was actually so impressed by these bags that I got 2 more of their really big duffel bags that we have in the trunk, and we can keep all kinds of gear in there as well. But enough about our bags. I'll slip in a quick note of how much we appreciate anybody and everybody who is following along, subscribing to our channel, and checking us out on Instagram. Thank you so much. I guess it makes the hard work of putting all this together worth the effort. Anyhow, we headed to Stockholm. We're just outside of Stockholm, my parents' place, and unpacked a little bit. They live in an apartment. They already have a lot of stuff. We can't really open up all our bags as well. But we're just here for a little bit, and took about a day or two, and then we headed out on a hike in a national park, Tyresta National Park, which is just south of Stockholm. And my mother joined us and went for a hike. So Erica and I have always been outdoorsy people, but but we kind of got caught up in the normal life of doing stuff. Not really. There's no purpose. There's just doing stuff. So weekdays were spent working and going to school, and weekends, well, we had a house and 2 cars and a big lot, big yard, and just all kinds of things that needed to be taken care of. So it's actually been a pretty big relief to not have all this stuff to take care of. It is fun owning a house. It is fun having a yard. I miss that sometimes as well. But the fact that we don't have to take care of stuff, it leaves us so much time to do other things like hike with family. And we've on purpose prioritized that. So we actively make sure to make time for family and outings and hiking outdoors, having fun. And on that note of having fun, we noticed that our girls, they on hikes, they really enjoy it when it's a little bit more difficult. So the hike can't be too easy. Then they get bored. So as soon as the hike that we're on turns into like a dirt road or something like that, they lose interest, right? That's if there ever is any whining, that's when it's going to occur. If we're on a hike on a path, or maybe not even a path, we're just following some route. They're so caught up in experiencing the outdoors, finding their way, looking for the markers that we're following, picking blueberries or whatever else, and they really have a good time. So they enjoy it a lot as well. So this hike was a little extra fun since Grandma was with us. My mom joined, and we in Swedish we don't say grandma. We specify if it's daddy's mom or mommy's mom, or so on. And so Grandma, her name is Maria. She's called Mia, and she's farmor Mia, which translates to daddy's mom, Mia. And it's actually really convenient compared to in English, where we just say grandma and have to like specify paternal, maternal, or grandma on my mom's side or whatever. Swedish language, and I'm certain that lots of other languages do this, but they in the name for grandma, they actually specify what side we're talking about. So this is farmor Mia, and then you have mormor, as in mother's mother. That would be grandma on Erica's side. Fun times. Hopefully we learned something. So our stay here in Stockholm is relatively short. We'll be here next week as well, and then we'll head out. So we're making sure to spend time with family, friends, and kind of going through our stuff, repacking. I had some Legos, among other things, stored under the bunk bed in my mom and dad's place. So girls have been playing with a lot of Legos. More on that later on. Until then, remember to have fun, and we'll chat with you next week. See ya!